One of the main questions we have in Europe, and you probably also have it over here, is why did he actually become president? How come that so many people elected, especially this man? I'm not talking about politics or ideology, but it's a real puzzle to a lot of people. And I think one of the simple answers, maybe too simple, but sometimes journalism is about making things understandable. I think one of the reasons is that Donald Trump got so much airtime because a lot of news organizations, especially on TV, overexposed him at a time when he was not really big. He got media exposure for $1.9 billion US, which he would have had to pay in advertising for getting that kind of exposure. And he did so because at that point he said, rightfully, that media loves me. And media loved Donald Trump because he talked into the news criteria of news media, which is we angle on conflicts and drama and crooks and victims. And that's what Donald Trump created each time he opened his mouth. So he was being overexposed much more than any other presidential candidate together. And that was one of the reasons why he was sweeping along in the presidential election in the United States. And as news media are creating pictures in people's minds, and people make decisions not based on facts, but on what they think are the facts, the perception of reality. Then people in the United States had a feeling that the world was falling apart, that it was much worse than it was. The economy was worse, the terrorism was worse, the immigration crisis was much worse than it actually was. And news media are also to blame for that because we angle our stories on the extreme. And when we do so, we paint a picture which is not correct. Not that we tell lies. I'm not talking about fake news. I'm talking about that the real problem is news. The news culture we have, that we angle stories on the extreme things, on the conflict and the drama and the crooks and the victims. And that paints pictures in people's minds.